I wanted to share some of my thoughts on consent and sexual assault. Please feel free to skip this if you're not feeling up to it. On one hand, the stigmatization of the word rape and rapist makes sense because those words can be triggering for survivors. But on the other hand, that stigma and the rape culture associated with it makes it harder for some people to heal or figure out that they were assaulted or why they are feeling shitty. For example, I did not think I was being raped because my rapist was someone who wasn't being physically violent, which fits into cultural ideas about what rape is and who rapists are. Another example of the harms of rape culture, one that is not my lived experience, is understanding healing and claiming survivorhood when you pass as male and are expected to be the assaulter. The stigma and expectations around what a real rapist looks like made it take more time for me to understand what was happening to me and heal. I still feel guilty sometimes, or like my rape wasn't real. So keeping in mind always that the feelings and thoughts of survivors should always come before those of the rapist, I have some feelings about the stigma behind the word rape. The images and ideas that we are socialized to associate with rapists make it that much harder to confront and take responsibility for our non-consensual acts. I believe that it's almost impossible to not have non-consensual interactions with other people because we are not socialized to communicate our needs and contexts. Now, the impact of these non-consensual acts varies a lot. For one person, some unwanted kissing may be annoying and irritating, but they may feel able to communicate their feelings and end the situation before more trauma occurs. For another person who has had experience with abuse before and has triggers around sexual intimacy, that same act could be traumatic. An important thing to keep in mind is that it's a lot harder for some people to say no or express their feelings because of gendered socialization as well as socialization in general. So looking at it, it makes a lot of sense to me to label those non-consensual acts as rape because it's impossible to know someone's ability to communicate their fear or what someone's emotional context is without the initiator making an effort to understand where the other person is coming from. That means that folks who are committing those non-consensual acts that are so normalized in our society could be unknowingly causing someone sexual trauma. I think it's very important to look inwardly and communicate with past partners in order to take accountability for the mistakes that we have all most likely made, learning from our mistakes and always striving to cause less harm to those around us.